Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here, and welcome to another video. And this week we got another backstage segment from Bray. We've had these before, and when we've seen Bray backstage, this is basically the definition of split personality when it comes to Bray. When we see Bray in the ring, it's kind of a lighter side, more emotional side of Bray. But here, he was like going all in. He basically said, as a human race, we're spoiled with technology and everything. Essentially, we've got soft. We typically forget that once upon a time, we were wild animals. He went on to say, spiders eat flies, snakes eat rats. Nobody looks at this as an act of violence. It's simply just animals trying to survive, with an evil laugh. And I love the way there's these like howdy teases in the background as well amongst all of this. And he basically said, look, some must die so others can live. And essentially what he's saying is, look, if you get attacked, if animals get attacked, their instinct is to fight back so that they can survive. After all, the strongest survive. LA Knight was the one that delivered the first blow. Like, Bray was trying to embrace LA Knight when they first encountered, and LA slapped him, not once, but twice. And Bray is merely acting out of primal instinct. In his mind, it's perfectly justified. And he basically went on to say all these primal instincts are ingrained in each and every one of us. We don't dare talk about it because we don't want to be the freaks. So he's saying that, look, we've all got this darkness within because it's primal instinct and we need that to survive. And then this next line was chilling. He said, but they're still there. Is in the instinct. And then he goes on to say, I'm not the one who hurt LA Knight. So there's this, look, we can all do violent things out of purely acting instinctively. And then he went on to say, I'm not the one who hurt LA Knight. So it's like, okay, you're basically saying you're going to do bad things, but you weren't the one that hurt LA Knight. So then there's all these questions. Is Bray a liar? And then he went on to say, I didn't, but I heard you. I.e. Uncle Howdy, we're assuming, and oh, how you rejoiced. How primal of you. However, and just as it went however, these epic like drums kicked in. This is awesome. This certainly added to the drama of the segment. If I'd been the one, you'd all know, because there'd be none of him left. How eerie is that? And of course, the big questions that come up there, two questions really I have is Bray just lying? Howdy's right, the darker thoughts of in Bray's mind is right, and Bray was the one who attacked LA Knight, or is Bray working with others, and this was a partner of some sorts, and that Bray, if Bray had been the one, it would have been far more violent, and LA Knight basically wouldn't have survived. So I think we're going to see something even darker, even more sinister than before, maybe even worse than the Fiend down the line, and this is what Bray knows is lurking, and now he's heard the voice saying, but I heard you now. Are we basically getting Bray, as the storyline develops, to transition further into the dark side, which is where, of course, you think there might be a counter to that, and maybe we see a better side of Bray. I did do a theory video on this in my last video in regards to potentially bringing in an Uncle Harper. Obviously, this would have to be in good taste. This would be purely a tribute and out of respect from Bray's half to his close friend that he lost, of course. It would have to be in good taste, but if there's anyone who can pull it off, it would be Bray. So maybe we see the ghost of Bray's better side counteracting the darker side in Uncle Howdy. Then, of course, we had a very short, sharp clip from Uncle Howdy, and it was genius, more the words that were said. Do you know the man who lives next door? This is obviously Bray voicing this, i.e. Uncle Howdy. How well do you know your neighbour? Why can't you all see? And then, did you notice the female voice again repeated? I know what he thinks. I know how he feels. It's all fiction. Trust me. Revel in what you are. It's basically Howdy saying, look, Bray is going to go dark. I know he's going to go dark because I am his thoughts. I am Bray Wyatt. I am literally the Firefly Funhouse version of Bray. Remember, that is Bray Wyatt. So this darkness is within. Like, the Firefly Funhouse version of Bray could harness the Fiend, harness the darkness around him. So many questions coming up with this, but I love that there's these constant visuals of these disfigured faces. cars crashing. Like, there is going to be destruction. It is going to be ugly. It is going to be brutal when Bray gets fully unleashed. But we're all down for it. It's going to be so cool. A lot of these images we have seen before. They've been sort of recycled, like the eyes that we see appear. We've seen the eye appear. We've seen that, of course, in the background in an Alexa Bliss tease at Crown Jewel. So this is all going to tie in very nicely, but it's just getting started. So we just got to strap our seats on and get ready for the ride, because this is just heating up big time. Thanks so much for watching the video. As always, be really appreciative if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you in the next one.